voice of the drum calls. It sings a song of those who came before us and those to come. A song of survival and strength. A song of participation and voice. A song that calls us together. When we come together and participate in the 2010 census, we use this tool as the voice of all our Native people. Our voice. It is in our hands. 2010 census.
Hello, I'm Kimberly Acosta. Welcome to the Native News Update on Friday, February 26th. Many of the stories you hear here can be found at our website, IndianCountryNews.com. And here's the news for the day from the Associated Press and other Native news sources. Officials have said that a killer whale that killed its trainer in front of horrified onlookers will stay in its marine park amid a raging debate on keeping such animals in captivity. Tilikum, the 5-ton orca already linked to 2 other human deaths since 1991, grabbed his veteran trainer, Dawn Branchew, by her ponytail and dragged her down into his tank at the end of the February 24th show at SeaWorld in Orlando, Florida. Tilikum, whose name means friend in the Chinook jargon language spoken among Native Americans in the Pacific Northwest, has been in captive for nearly 27 years. Long-stalled legislation to give Native Hawaiians the right to form a sovereign government passed the House this week and has support of Hawaii Native President Obama. The bill would give Native Hawaiians the right to control their own lands, their own health and education programs, and have a sovereign government similar to what Native American tribes have. For more than a decade, Senator Daniel Akaka has pushed for more legislation to give Native Hawaiians the right to form a sovereign government. The bill still must pass the Senate to become law, and it faces opposition there. A Native American spiritual leader, convicted of selling black market eagle feathers for use in tribal dance competitions, was ordered February 26th to help make an educational video urging others not to commit such crimes. Regional Dale Akin of Albuquerque, New Mexico, was scheduled to give a videotaped statement to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service after his sentencing for felony violation of the Migratory Bird Treaty Act. U.S. District Judge Anna Brown sentenced Akin to 30 days of house arrest, 5 years of probation, and 250 hours of community service to a wildlife organization. She also ordered him to pay restitution of $4,800 to a Fish and Wildlife Service Wetlands Conservation Fund. Akin, 34, apologized to the court for his crime and acknowledged that he erred by allowing the ancient indigenous laws that govern the taking of wildlife rather than the laws of the U.S. government. Native American farmers and ranchers who are suing the USDA for discrimination in the agency's farm loan program responded to Obama's administration's announcement that it will settle the untimely civil rights claims of black farmers for $1.25 billion, in addition to $1 billion previously paid to black farmers who filed timely claims in the 1999 Pigford settlement. The case of Keepseagle versus Vilsack was filed in 1999 by Native American farmers and ranchers and has been certified as a class action lawsuit. On February 5th of 2009, at a White House summit of tribal leaders, Secretary of Agriculture Vilsack stated that the administration was committed to resolving the Keepseagle litigation. The class representatives of the Keepseagle plaintiffs issued the following statement. We applaud the President's decision to compensate black farmers and ranchers for the decades of wrongful discrimination committed by the USDA and his goal of putting the shameful era behind us. As our nation's first farmers and ranchers, Native Americans have also suffered from the USDA's history of discrimination, and we too should be made whole. The Keepseagle plaintiffs look forward to working with the President and his administration to achieving that goal as soon as possible. Wisconsin state lawmakers are now looking at a bill which might put an end to school districts using Native American mascots, logos, and nicknames. If it passes, offensive school symbols must be removed or districts could be fined. The State Assembly passed the bill February 26th, and now it heads to the state Senate. A Native American tribe is asking Young Broadcasting CBS affiliate, KPLO-TV, and James River Broadcasting Country, KPLO-F Reliance, South Dakota, to find a new site for their tower because the tribe considers the land on which the former tower was located a sacred ground. While the land is not on the Lower Brule Sioux Tribe's reservation, the tribe, in a letter filed with the FCC, claimed that the land at Medicine Butte is located within its original boundaries. The letter says that the tower was built when statutes and regulations protecting Native American historic and cultural resources and traditional cultural properties were non-existent. We request consultation with the FCC on this matter, and we would like to explore alternatives for finding another site for this tower. The 53-year-old 700-foot tower, one of several at the location, fell in an ice storm in January. Actor and director Robert Redford and New Mexico Governor Bill Richardson has unveiled details of a collaboration that will expand training opportunities for Native American and Hispanic filmmakers. Redford and Richardson first announced the Sundance in New Mexico idea last spring. On February 26, the two said they had settled on a new name for the project that reflects the spirit of the land and the passion of its people, and that name is Milagro at Los Ladros. The project will be based at Los Ladros, a historic state-owned hacienda and complex of buildings along the Rio Grande. Redford and Richardson signed an agreement on February 26 that formalizes the partnership. Los Ladros will host a series of workshops and discussions beginning this spring. And that's the latest roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update. I'd like to thank you for joining me and have a grand day.